Imagine a world untouched, where the very act of survival demanded genius. The arrival of Paleo-Indians was the first chapter in the human story of the Americas. As these initial populations spread across two vast continents, they began a process of environmental mastery that gave birth to distinct and incredibly complex cultures. Join us as we explore this monumental transformation, the rise of civilization on virgin soil, built on the revolutionary power of agriculture. We'll journey to find the continent's oldest pyramid builders and uncover the mysterious origins of the mound-building culture in Ohio. This is the history of the Americas. The Paleo-Indian era ended because the world itself changed. Massive megafauna vanished, and to sustain their growing numbers, the original inhabitants faced a stark choice: adapt or perish. Beginning around 10,000 years ago, the Archaic period saw a breathtaking transformation. The colder, wetter climate of the past gave way to a warmer, drier environment, forcing hunter-gatherers to completely rethink their subsistence strategies. As the great forests shrank and prairies expanded, these pioneers shifted their focus. Like any people facing a massive change in their surroundings, Native American groups underwent a profound cultural transition. They abandoned their constant wanderings, settling into a more sedentary lifestyle, foraging from seasonal camps instead of roaming the entire landscape. They turned their attention to fish, fowl, and diverse wild plants, including seeds. But all of these changes pale in comparison to one singular explosive development: the appearance of agriculture. This innovation would not just change lives, it would fundamentally reshape the entire history of the continents. History has proven that large-scale agriculture is the bedrock of civilization, the prerequisite for feeding the tens of thousands needed for complex societies. Remarkably, as early as 8000 BCE, we find evidence of crops in both Mexico and South America. The unassuming squash was among the first. Researchers meticulously studying the archaeological record in places like Oaxaca and the Tehuacan Valley have found clear proof of its early domestication, with wild seeds increasing in size over time. Far to the south, amidst the majestic peaks of the Andes, the archaic peoples began cultivating beans, potatoes, tomatoes, and peanuts. Yet, no single crop influenced ancient American life quite like the magnificent corn plant, or maize. Originating in the fertile lowlands of southwest Mexico some 10,000 years ago from a wild grass called teosinte, maize was modified by early horticulturists into the staple we know today. For these early Americans, corn was more than food. It was a sacred, spiritual gift from the gods, driving their agricultural practices, mythology, and social structures. Over time, archaic Americans developed an ingenious system called the Three Sisters, planting corn, beans, and squash together. They discovered the plants created a symbiotic ecosystem. The corn provided a pole for the beans to climb, the beans added essential nitrogen back into the soil, and the squash leaves shaded the ground, conserving moisture and blocking weeds. As these advanced growing techniques spread through extensive trade networks, another drastic human change occurred: the creation of permanent settlements. With a dependable, storable food source, the innate human desire to migrate lessened. Groups could settle down, and those that did experienced a significant and crucial population increase. Out of this new experience, the first truly complex societies emerged, leading to specialized roles, social hierarchies, and, eventually, the first full-fledged civilizations. As time marched on, innovation accelerated, transforming early settlers from mere foragers into bustling, complex communities. This agricultural prowess led directly to surplus production, a necessary step before any large population center could be established. It was only a matter of time before a fully fledged civilization arose, and the first clear signs appear along the north-central coast of Peru. Nestled in the desert of the Supe Valley in Peru, immense earthen structures rise from the sands. These are not dunes, but the remnants of a spectacular ancient pyramid-building culture. Known today as the Norte Chico civilization, it arose as early as 3500 BCE. This primordial American civilization ultimately grew to encompass as many as 30 large population centers. At its heart lay the sprawling city of Caral, covering an astonishing 163 acres. Here, the awe-inspiring Pyramid Mayor dominates the landscape, a massive terraced structure equal in size to about 4 football fields. Such extensive construction would have required thousands of dedicated manual laborers, architects, and managers, undeniable proof of a highly advanced society and the earliest signs of civilization in the Americas. Archaeologists discovered a clear hierarchy in Caral's living arrangements, from the elite rooms atop the pyramids to the shantytowns for workers. Its people were pioneers, building highly advanced irrigation systems that turned a desert into a productive agricultural economy. In a fact that continues to stun researchers, Norte Chico developed in total isolation from all Old World civilizations like Mesopotamia or Egypt. Their secret to success lay in their innovative irrigation, which enabled the cultivation of cotton, a vital trade good exchanged with coastal communities for seafood. This integrated economy required a centralized, complex administrative center, and Caral became that hub. Intriguingly, despite a population of around 20,000 in the valley, archaeologists found no signs of defensive construction, weapons, or violence. This suggests that leaders could organize massive, long-term construction projects through non-violent consensus. A further significant discovery was a quipu, the oldest ever found, a record-keeping device made of knotted ropes used for storing census, inventory, and tax data. The Norte Chico civilization, with its monumental architecture, complex social organization, and sustainable economy, stands as a powerful testament to the ingenuity of the ancient Americas. As Caral defined civilization in the south, far to the north, a distinct revolution was underway. In the sprawling grasslands of northeastern Louisiana, a complex mystery awaits: the Watson Break Site, dating back over 5,500 years. Here lies an intricate network of earthen mounds, meticulously constructed by a group of hunter-gatherers we now call the mound builders. The largest, Mound A, stands about 25 feet tall and spans 230 feet in diameter. Incredibly, the Watson Break earthworks are older than the pyramids of Giza and Stonehenge. Their precise function remains uncertain, as there are no definitive burials or ceremonial artifacts. This leaves us with a profound question. Could a nomadic culture, without agriculture, undertake such a colossal project? Long-standing archaeological theory insisted that large-scale earthworks required a chief or a rigid social hierarchy supported by farming. Yet, research at Watson Break and other archaic sites completely toppled these ideas. Most academics now agree that the profound natural resources were abundant enough to support the necessary workforce, and permanent status hierarchies were unnecessary. Artifacts like the distinctive Evans Point, a stone tool with curious double notches, shed a small light on this culture. Researchers have also noted evidence of a universal system of measurement and geometry, suggesting a deep level of technical skill and intercommunication among these early builders. Were they religious monuments, markers of group identity, or did they simply signify the presence of resources? The mystery of Watson Break continues to rewrite everything we thought we knew about early Americans. By 2800 BCE, construction at the site ceased, only to resume over a millennium later with the emergence of the poverty point culture. Nevertheless, the practice of earth-moving was firmly established, and monumental mounds would continue to rise across Georgia, Mississippi, and Florida. Further study at the Louisiana site revealed that many of the mounds are deliberately aligned with the rising and setting sun during the solstices. This suggests an astonishingly complex understanding of astronomy and engineering, a level of intellectual sophistication not previously attributed to these early societies. Their mastery of the stars may lie at the heart of the enigma surrounding the mounds scattered across the American landscape. Thousands of miles north of the Watson Brake builders, a different kind of technological revolution was igniting in the Great Lakes region. Here, a unique society emerged, defined by its use of copper. Early humans in the Lake Superior area likely discovered naturally occurring, visible copper nuggets near the surface. Fascinated, they soon learned the metal's malleability and how it could be shaped into tools, marking the start of the Copper Age in North America. By 4000 BCE, copper had become an indispensable metal for the archaic peoples. Quarries sprang up in areas like Isle Royale and the Quipu Peninsula, revealing deep holes chipped into the bedrock. Primitive but effective techniques were used to extract the ore, evidenced by the thousands of grooved hammerstones found in prehistoric mining pits, a testament to the unity and cooperation of these early communities. They even discovered thermally induced shattering, using fire and water to break up the rock and ease extraction. The ingenuity of these groups was remarkable. They discovered they could shape the nuggets using stone hammers, a process called cold working. As their expertise grew, they learned that heating the metal could soften it, leading to annealing. Some researchers even speculate they eventually discovered smelting, separating pure copper from the rock by heating the ore to high temperatures. Modern archaeologists call these pioneers the Old Copper Culture. Their innovative methods allowed them to craft a wide range of utilitarian tools: knives, spear points, awls, and axes, demonstrating a sophisticated understanding of metallurgy. Over time, they also crafted decorative objects like pendants, rings, and beads, which likely evolved into symbols of status and spiritual significance. The Old Copper culture had a profound and lasting influence on the surrounding region, and their advanced metallurgy stands as a powerful reminder of the complexity of these early Americans. Between 4,000 and 3,000 years ago, the Archaic period ended, and the inhabitants of the Americas entered the Woodland period. This new era was characterized by an increased mastery of horticulture, the widespread use of pottery and ceramics, and a sharp increase in groups settling down in permanent locations. Pottery allowed for better cooking, storage, and serving of food, further enabling the shift away from a migratory lifestyle. The Woodland period was a time of revolutionary change, bringing greater cultural complexity, population growth, and technological innovation to North America. Among the most notable cultures were the Adena and Hopewell, both of whom continued the practice of monumental mound building. Emerging across the plains of Ohio, West Virginia, and Kentucky, the Adena culture moved past nomadism, settling in small villages and subsisting by hunting, fishing, farming, and gathering. Their agricultural practices, including growing squash, pumpkins, and gourds, were crucial in their evolution. They maintained an extensive trade network, linking them to groups from the Great Lakes to the Mississippi River Valley, allowing them to access materials like copper and marine shells. The lasting legacy of the Adena remains their enormous earthen mounds, many constructed by thousands of human hands carrying baskets of dirt. They served purposes ranging from burial structures to ceremonial sites. Perhaps the most awe-inspiring is the Serpent Mound in Peebles, an enormous effigy mound over 400 meters long, taking the form of a snake when viewed from above. While its meaning is debated, it clearly held profound religious significance. By 200 CE, the Adena culture faded as a distinct group, likely absorbed by or evolving into the Hopewell culture. Arising around 100 BCE in the Ohio River Valley, The Hopewell built upon Adena's advancements, expanding their mound-building projects and becoming masters of long-distance trade. They exchanged obsidian, copper, and shells over massive distances, creating a continental network. As farming became common and populations grew, tribal communities emerged under the leadership of chiefs. However, this growth also led to a decline in trade and an unfortunate increase in conflict among settlements, paving the way for the tumultuous period that would follow. The journey of the Americas is a story of unrelenting innovation, a demonstration of human resilience in the face of climatic upheaval, and a powerful testament to the birth of genius in isolation. From the pyramids of Caral to the mysterious Serpent Mound, the foundations of these civilizations continue to challenge and redefine our understanding of the ancient world. Join us next time as we witness the dramatic, world-altering events that followed this period, including the rise of the mighty Mississippian cultures. To ensure you don't miss that gripping continuation, make sure you are subscribed and have pressed the bell notification button. Please consider liking, commenting, and sharing this video. It helps us tremendously. Remember, this captivating historical animation is designed to make the past engaging and entertaining, and all content is based on the research of respected historians, with references shown on screen. Stay tuned for the next chapter.